Look at that crust of chicken, it's so good. Mm.
Are you kidding me?
It's so good.
We just got our order from Every Plate. I'm really excited to open this up and let you know what we got in here, what our meals are, and show you how we prepare them. And give you guys a little bit of a review on Every Plate if you guys were wondering if it's worth it. I'm gonna let you know, so let's get started. Okay, so I ordered this almost a week ago, I think, and so I don't know what meals I picked, so I'm kind of excited to see what we got. So we got crispy Caesar chicken, garlicky white sauce flatbreads, and lemony asparagus farro bowls. I'm excited. These look really, really good. They look healthy, and we got 3 different meals in this order. Okay, so first of all, we have our veggies on top. We've got asparagus. It looks really good, nice and fresh. We've got an onion and 2 zucchini. So far, everything's looking really good. I'm excited. I'm happy about that. Potato, tomatoes. Here are the flatbreads for our pizzas. There's 2 in each of these. So this would be a 2 serving, and we ordered the 4 serving even though we have 5 in our house. Kinley eats like a bird, so 4 works just really well for our family. We've got some Parmesan cheese. Oh, just kidding. This is mozzarella cheese for the pizzas. And oops. The sauce packet bag was in there, which is really cool, but they put it in upside down. I just pulled it out upside down. We've got garlic powder and Caesar dressing. There's some cream cheese and Italian seasoning. Oh, this is farro. I've never eaten farro. I don't even know what it is. Apparently it says it contains wheat, so some type of a grain. And this is gonna be in our farro bowls. I'm excited. That's something that's been fun with this, is trying new things. And then we've got a box full of all of our veggies, carrots, and more potatoes and tomatoes in here, some garlic, a lemon. And then down on the bottom with the ice packs is where they put the meat. So we have chicken, 2 packs of chicken. And this week we actually did 2 veggie meals and only 1 meal with meat. So we just have the chicken that goes for the crispy Caesar chicken. And just the last little bits of things in here. So everything got to us. We actually had this delivered last evening, so yesterday afternoon. And we weren't able to get it because we were out of town. And we just pulled it out of the garage this morning. Everything is cold. More farro, cheese. So we're ready to go and start our first meal. Okay, so we're gonna start with our first meal that came with Every Plate. We just got home from church and we are looking for something yummy for a lunch. And so this is fast. And so this is absolutely perfect. We are going to be making garlicky white sauce flatbreads. And we love Every Plate for the reason of the recipes. It is so amazing to get all the food portioned perfectly for you and have the recipe with pictures that shows you exactly what to do. It really helps.
It's gonna look good.
Ben has been doing a great job. He's been making these meals quite a bit, and he loves the recipes and the instructions.
It shows you what it should look like, and then all the ingredients that you need to pull out from the box, and then step-by-step instructions. So it does make it easy on you.
It's very helpful. So this one says that it is going to take, it says 5 minutes of prep time, and it should be ready in 30. So it sounds like it's going to be cooking for about 25 minutes in the oven. So the first thing we want to do is get it, the oven on to 450. If you want to do that for me, please. We're going to wash all of our produce and get it cut up. They sent us the flatbreads in here. There's 4 flatbreads that we're going to put on a pan. We're going to make the really yummy garlicky white sauce with this cream cheese and garlic. And then we're in a bunch of seasonings they sent. And then we're going to put all the veggies on top with the sauce and put it in the oven. It's going to be really good. I'm excited.
That's one thing I like about, what is it called? Every Plate?
Every Plate.
That the sauces and the flavorings they give you are just amazing. It really makes it that much better.
Top notch.
Yeah, it really does. That's what puts it over the top every time. So it's worth it to make those sauces. So what can I do, hon?
Why don't you start the sauce, please?
Trim in half the zucchini. So you go lengthwise first.
Okay.
That's how they always had you do.
Oh,
So you got one down the length, because then you do it half moons.
Yeah, and I could do that with each one. It's so much easier.
She's a rule breaker. Just kidding.
A rule breaker. I'm a rule follower.
No, these you just stick them in a bowl and roast them.
Yes, and then you're gonna smash them up for
I never used that.
I actually, the last time I did it, I minced them and did it because I don't like this. I don't like this method because you have to peel it. It's not peeled yet. That's why I didn't want to do it.
Oh,
there you go.
You peel it so it's just to the
actual
flesh.
Gross.
She's a rule breaker. Did I say that?
I'm not a rule breaker.
Hey, Kinley.
So the one nice thing about these meal services is they really do give you almost every single possible ingredient that you will ever need. The few things that I've had to add for my own kitchen have been butter and a little bit of milk,
Oil,
I think that's about it. And those are things that you typically have on hand.
salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, but they send you everything else. We've got Italian seasoning and chili flakes and garlic powder that they sent us in little individual packages to be able to add to our pizzas and make them really yummy.
I don't like this at all.
So I have a Pampered Chef garlic press, and so the last meal that we needed to use garlic, they told us to do it this way. I did break the rules, I did change a little. I actually minced the garlic and put it into the tin foil and put it in the oven and just didn't do it for quite as long. It made it much easier when I was incorporating that into the sauce instead of having to then take the cloves of garlic and either mince them or mash them.
There's something about roasting them whole. I want to try it, hon, if you're okay with that.
Yep, you can do it the right way.
The only time she breaks rules is when it comes to cooking.
That is true. I never follow the rules when
She
cooking.
doesn't
I
follow
agree.
recipes.
Everything else, I totally follow the rules.
It's like, oh, that doesn't apply to me.
Well, it's because I know an easier way to do it, a faster way.
Oh, now my hands are going to smell like garlic for 3 days.
For 3 days, it's true.
There's got to be an easier way to peel these.
Actually, I feel like I've seen something where they put it in a glass jar and they shake it like crazy and all the peels come off.
Yeah,
But I don't know if that really works
there's a
or not.
hack. We need to look up a YouTube video on how to do
Some
it.
sort of a garlic peeling hack.
Because, yeah, my hands are getting sticky. And
Oh, I don't want to smell it. I hate the garlic breath smell. That's like one of my worst.
at least I'll never have to worry about a vampire coming to get me.
You're safe from a vampire. And it is coming up on October. Okay, so these need to go in the oven and roast. It's supposed to put some Italian seasoning on top, and then we're gonna make the sauce.
Yeah, I give up on it. Like, is there a knife or something?
I don't think so.
Sorry, this is like...
So, breaking the rules, how's that sound right about now?
Yeah, there's times that it's beneficial. But maybe on the rest of them, I got a couple peeled because I really didn't want to try to roast a whole garlic. I think there's something to that to make it more flavorful or something.
It's worth a shot.
So I got 4 peeled, and then we're gonna cheat on the rest. We're gonna break the rules. We're making the white sauce right now. So they always give these little individual packets. It's kind of a pain, but it's also nice because it's the exact amount that you need.
But I can hear Bailey. She's all about sustainability right now, and
Yeah,
Bailey would not
there's
be
a lot
happy
of waste.
with all this waste.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain to open them all up separate, but again, I like it because it's the exact portion that you need.
The garlic smells amazing with the Italian seasonings.
So yeah, that's how you do the garlic or the sauce. Just mix them up as you go. And again, how cool is that it just gives you each individual thing, other than the waste factor. Awesome sauce that it makes.
As far as the sustainability though, they do send all of the veggies just in there, and so they're not individually packaged. It's just for the seasonings and for the cream cheese.
That's right.
That are individually packaged.
Yeah, the things that need to be. But yeah, you're right. The veggies and all the other things, they're open. They're not even in a bag at all. So that is good. It's funny, we've had a garden this year for the first time, and we have tons of veggies, and I always saute them for the most part, and because this calls for baking them, I've been surprised how much I love to bake veggies. They taste so good, don't they?
I do. I really like roasted veggies.
It takes longer than just sauteing them real quick on the stove, but the taste is great. They do, a lot of times it seems like you get extra sauce than you might need.
Well, that's okay, because some people like stuff saucier.
Yeah, or I mean, we saved it the one time and I used it the next day on something different. Like I said, that's the one thing about every plate that I've noticed. They have all kinds of cool sauces that top it off and just really set it apart. So we're chopping up the garlic, we're adding the sauce. Yeah, so it says to add the veggies first and then top, lightly sprinkle the mozzarella cheese over the top. Then it all melts on top. Look at that goodness. Just ready to go in the oven. Cook up all those good veggies. And your finished product.
They look beautiful and they smell amazing.
Yum. So this is technically 4 servings.
Yeah. So each person would get their own pizza. Okay, so here's the taste test. They're very hot.
We just took them out.
Yum!
Yeah, that sauce is a bomb.
These are really, really good.
Mmm.
They're hot and
love it.
cheesy. The veggies, the sauce, and the seasoning. Fantastic. Great job, every plate.
I haven't been disappointed with one of the meals yet. As far as flavor and taste.
Really good.
Alright guys, so today we're going to make these lemony asparagus bowls. So we're going to attempt to make this lemony asparagus farro bowls. And has a recipe. I got everything laid out here that comes with, that we need. And I'm on my own today because my wife, or Melinda as you know her, I'm on my own today because Melinda took the kids down to get their teeth done at the dentist. So it's been a long day for her and she had a rough time. I think she has a migraine now, so so she deserves it. I will try to make this on my own and we'll see what happens. But like I said, we have everything here that we need. And then you just do step by step. That's what we love about these things. You can just follow the steps in order as you go. So the first step is they want you to take a pot and boil 6 cups of water for this. Again, it's lemony asparagus farro bowls. And both Melinda and I don't know, I've never heard of farro. Have you guys heard of farro before? It's some kind of a grain. She said that sounded fun when she was looking on the thing. I know you can pick the different meals that you want. That's another cool thing about it. They don't just send you random things. You can go through and pick what they want you, or what you want to cook. It's also a vegetarian one. There's no meat in it. So that's nice too. One thing that we said about every plate or any of these things that you order online, you need to make sure that you are able to cook them as you get them, because you don't want the produce to go bad once you get it. So that's why I'm doing this tonight, even though we're kind of short-handed, because we don't want to let it extend to another day. And she works tomorrow night too, so we have to get this done. I've washed all the produce. It looks like that's boiling over there, so we'll go ahead and add the farro and vegetable broth. Push pause again. So we cut off the bottom inch of the asparagus and then cut into inch pieces. I like asparagus, you can cut several at a time. You know, you don't have to just cut one at a time. And then just lightly spread them around on the pan here, because they're going to be baking in that oven. So it actually covers the whole pan, what they gave us. And we'll finally chop the onions. Can't even see anymore. Ugh.
Why do you do that?
Why do onions make you cry? I don't know. There's some kind of a chemical in them that when you cut it,
But when you cut it, does like the chemical go away?
Well, it dissipates into the air so that it gets you. So it gets into your eyes, and your eyes don't like it. Ugh. So we got the olive oil, and then just, as you see, that's why if you're doing full portions, you need both pans to do it, because they're not going to squeeze onto one. But if this was half portions, obviously we could do everything on the one pan. So we throw this in the oven for 10 minutes to roast. The garlic, it's never fun. And then quarter the limes. So I guess that means cut in half once, and then, I said limes, these are lemons. So now we got quarters of lemons, because you're gonna squeeze that on top of the farro at the end. That gives it flavor. Okay, so on high heat, you will add the butter, the 1 tablespoon of butter. So you melt that butter in over, and then you add the onions as well. This is what's gonna give it the flavor. So I'm just gonna add the cheese towards the end because it will melt pretty quick. Okay, now those are nice and grilled, or baked, I guess. Almost a little too much again, but I don't mind it when it's a little extra crispy. Hopefully it's good enough for the family. All right, we finally got everything finished, prepped and cooked. We got the farro in there, and you have, I don't think I can grab this, it's too hot. You got your roasted tomatoes and your roasted asparagus and onions, and then our fried eggs for the top. And you're just gonna go in order. First, you plate, the base is going to be the farro on the bottom for your bowl. So just fill that bowl up. Try to do equal portions for everybody. And then you're gonna get your asparagus topper there. Just throw those on top. And a few of the roasted tomatoes that I overcooked a little bit. Still think they're gonna be okay though. And then we got our fried egg for the top. If I can get it. I don't know if you can see that or not. And then you top the whole thing with Parmesan cheese. And that is your final product. Voila, there you go. We made lemony asparagus farro bowls. And maybe it doesn't look exactly like the picture, but I did my best. I just remembered that Kinley and Ray, they cannot eat hard food today. They have to do the soft foods because they had their teeth worked on. So they had a shake for lunch on the way home. And so we split this into 3 bowls. So we'll get bigger portions for me, Melinda, and Emery. But there you go, there's the final product. Like I said, it's not exactly like the picture, but overall, I think it's gonna be tasty. She has her friend on the phone, so who is it? No, get some of the bottom stuff. It's called farro. It's made of wheat. What is it?
Wow. I'm kidding.
What do you think?
I mean,
It's pretty dope,
it goes.
says the teenager. So I guess that's a good thing, right? You can squeeze the lemon on top too.
Whoa.
Did you show your friend how beautiful it is? Isn't that pretty?
A lemon.
So there it is. I gotta take the other one up to Melinda because she's
I don't know.
dead. I must say, it's a pretty good mix. And as far as that farro stuff goes, good stuff. I like it. I'm happy. I'm by myself, like I said. Had to try to get the teenager down here to try it, and unfortunately, poor Melinda, she's dying with the migraine. So I guess we got dinner in bed for her. Anyways, thanks for watching. This is from Every Plate, and that's what you get in the end.
Okay, we're back for the third and final meal from our Every Plate box shipment that came this week. Go ahead. You love the show. We are making some
to see it up close.
Parmesan crispy chicken and mashed potatoes and carrots.
Crispy Caesar chicken.
Crispy Caesar chicken, that's even better. I love Caesar dressing. Caesar salad is one of my all-time favorites. And I love Parmesan cheese too, so this is win. Okay, so they sent us our potatoes and we have our carrots already. So earlier this week, we realized that we weren't gonna be able to make our meals as quickly as we wanted to. We had a lot going on, and I also had 2 nights of migraines. Luckily, I'm feeling really good tonight. And Ben took over cooking one night that I had a migraine, which was great. So we ended up sticking our carrots in the fridge because they were getting a little soft.
Also the chicken. Yeah, they're all rubbery.
But we have some more
and
carrots.
you have to freeze the chicken or it will go down as well.
We did. We threw our chicken in the freezer just to be safe. All right, so let's get started. Ben is going to be in charge of the chicken. I do not like raw chicken. It makes me ill. That's why I don't eat a whole lot of meat, because the raw part of the meat freaks me out. I don't like to cook it. So I'm going to be in charge of the potatoes and the carrots. So what's the first thing we need to get started?
Carrots, potatoes, garlic, sour cream, breadcrumbs for the chicken, and Parmesan, chicken breast, and Caesar dressing.
They sent everything to us. The only thing that we need to add is some butter, salt and pepper, and oil. Super easy.
Preheat your oven to 425. 425.
So I'm going to wash the carrots and I'm going to peel them. And then we're cutting them in like small strips, right? Like, Ben has such a good eye for presentation. I'm just cutting the ends off for you, so do you want me to keep doing that or you want to finish? Whereas I don't really have the patience and I just want to make food. I don't care about the look of it. So we're going to let Ben cut the carrots because I know he'll do a really good job.
The way the food looks is as important to me as it tastes sometimes. It's funny. Or I feel like it makes it taste better if it looks good. I'm
Not
telling
me.
you.
Like that
Hey,
eye.
what's her name agreed with me?
Who's that?
Brianna.
Oh, yes.
Because she's a
photographer.
so she's the same way. And I know a lot of people that are that way. Like, the presentation is important. It makes the food taste better, doesn't it? Lengthwise when you're cutting, because then you can do longer pieces instead of just a straight. Do it at an angle. I actually just had a carrot from the garden today. It's so much better when you pick it straight from the garden versus the store-bought carrots. Who doesn't agree with that?
Pretty much everything straight from the garden tastes better.
Did we never find out how to peel a garlic clove easy?
Oh yeah, we never looked that up. I really do think I've seen where they put it in a glass jar and shake it, but
That's with an egg.
you could try it and see if that works.
Do it with hard-boiled egg.
Oh, it's a hard-boiled egg. Well, look it up and see if it'll work for garlic too.
I don't know if you can see, but it's longer. Instead of just a small circle, and you cut it lengthwise, and it becomes this longer piece.
It's definitely pretty. The carrots look really pretty.
Seriously, I think one of my favorite things is a good cooked carrot. Like Ray was saying, in the stew, or if it's just cooked, baked right, or sauteed.
We We used to always do like a Sunday pot roast with
pot
roasted
roast
potatoes
with
in
onion.
the crock pot. Oh, so good.
I don't know what it is. They just taste so good when they're cooked right. And that perfect consistency where it's soft, but almost has like a crispy crunch on the outside or something.
So good.
I tried on like, I've even put with salt, pepper, or cayenne pepper once. It was good like that. You can spice them up a little bit. So
You can do all kinds of stuff with carrots, like honey glazed carrots or ginger. Have you ever had ginger carrots?
I haven't.
Yum.
So there you go. You got half the pan. We did a little extra. We got extra. Did you say that? We pulled out some extra carrots because we like them anyways, and so it's a little more than half the pan, but that's okay.
Not really, because I actually replaced 2 carrots that we used. So
Oh,
we
well.
actually used exactly what they sent.
So 12 minutes.
That's all it takes?
Well, that's how they to start, and then
Huh.
you go back and you add the stuff later and
Oh.
finish it.
What do you want me
It's
to
like on that last meal, they put the tomatoes in first, and then you add the goes with the tomato.
Seasoning?
No, the asparagus
Oh.
was second. So you know that's going to be the same with the carrots.
What are you adding?
I guess you sear the chicken first, but then you bake it at the end or something. I don't know. We'll
Okay,
see.
well, I need...
Honey, you never stop this.
Sure. I need to make fish too, so...
Fish.
Yep.
For who?
Marina.
You're not gonna have chicken?
No.
Remember how good I made it last time?
Yeah, do you remember I did not eat it last time? You forced me to take a bite. I only did it to make you happy.
That's hilarious. Dad, do you want to say something?
No, I'm looking for. I'm sorry.
Did you know unclove is not a word? It's called
We need
unclove.
olive oil, by the way, too. We're out.
Yeah, I know.
You never told me what to search.
If you can get clove off, or if you can peel garlic by putting it in a glass jar, or like easy
And
peeling
it's
garlic
easy.
packs.
Yeah.
Small recommend Parmesan, half the panko, large drizzle.
You want to see it then?
So you take a small bowl with the Parmesan cheese and the panko breadcrumbs. It's the breading for the chicken itself. They said a small bowl, but I'm like maxed out here. I guess maybe a little bigger.
You need to put down more oil.
So this is interesting. It has you coat the chicken with the Caesar dressing first, and then you put the panko Parmesan mixture on top, and that's what makes it stick to it. So that's kind of a nifty little trick.
I think I saw a recipe once where they use Greek yogurt kind of in the same fashion.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do these
See, I don't
on
know
the
why
pan.
you would now transfer it. The instructions are a little weird there. All right, so we have drained the potatoes. They look amazing. We are melting some butter into there, and the garlic is in there, so we're gonna mash them up. We're also gonna add just a little bit of the reserved cooking water. I've never done this. We always use milk or cream, but there we go.
Why? Because it's hot? Like, why don't you just use new water?
This tastes like potatoes. It's been cooked. It's garlicky potato water.
Oh, because the garlic. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're good.
That's so cool. But I can really, let's see if I can aim it.
That crusted chicken.
Look at that crusted chicken. It's so good.
Are you kidding me?
It's so good. Chicken looks so good, Melinda. Chili mango, chili mango. So here's your final product. It's mashed potatoes, the carrots, and the Parmesan crusted chicken. They definitely gave us a ton of mashed potatoes, not quite enough on the carrots. So we probably should have even cut more, but But look at that pile of mashed potatoes. There's tons. So that's better than normal.
A plus.
There goes the pepper. You can add pepper later in case your family doesn't like this thing.
So we just want to do a quick little review now that we have used every plate and let you know what we thought. If you've seen those ads on Facebook or Hulu that talk about $80 off, the way that they do it, it's not $80 off your very first box or your first week or anything. They actually split that over 3 weeks. So when you sign up, they want you to be prepared to buy 3 different weeks full of boxes.
You can't just buy one box.
You can't just buy one box for 1 week if you want to do the discount. So we bought 3 weeks. We got 3 meals each of those weeks, which is a total of 9 meals from every plate. And they split that $80 up between those 3 weeks of the discount. So not too bad. We figured out it worked to be about $14 a meal for our family, which is actually really, really good. If it weren't for the discount, obviously it's going to be a little more expensive than that. And for our family, I don't think that's really doable. Maybe every now and again, but not on a weekly basis. And they do allow you to skip weeks. So you can sign up and just skip and not do it every single week. But overall, the food we thought was good. We thought it was good quality food. The one point that we have is that you want to be prepared to eat the meals right away, right?
Yeah, if you don't eat the meals right away, they will go bad on you. That was one of our issues. So like we said, you need to prepare to make those meals when they come.
Like the first 3 days, if not 4, you want to be eating those meals.
Mm-hmm. Because it's fresh food, which is nice. But if it's, you can't let it sit around. So
yeah, some of our veggies started to go bad if we got busy or whatever. We just showed you guys one of our weeks. We didn't show you all 3. Those were the 3 meals that came this past week. And overall, we really do like every plate. I know that from what I've done.
The flavor is good. The quality of the food. It's
really fun, interesting.
The sauces.
Recipes.
The recipes.
Lots of fun ideas. Stuff we've never tried before that we ended up really liking. So I've done a little bit of research and every plate is the cheapest out there. It's already the cheapest meal delivery service. And so then adding that extra $80 on top was pretty cool. It was pretty helpful. So we really enjoyed it. We enjoyed trying it. And if you guys want to try it out, I hope you do. It was pretty good.
Thank you.
See ya.